is the National Football League. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there on the first play of the game. 71 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting on a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the contest.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield, and then more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Now back to throw. This taken in by Downs. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Rashee Rice with his second touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. They certainly made just one play, resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a 3rd and 6. Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's going to carry him out of the side of the end zone. And that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Hardman on the return. Shreds the tackle. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Julian Blackmon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's laid out deep for Rice. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Touchdown, Colts. Mo Alley Cox. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts get a bit closer.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing.
Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big play there for KC. 55 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now here's Mahomes, and it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. There's the stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Again, it's Taylor. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Minshew. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Now Minshew. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he's going to go down again. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. James now to return it. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is taken in at the 5. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a strong first half out of the running back Isaiah Pacheco. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Back to throw now on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Minshew throwing on third down. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and they will remain well behind. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how.
He's got a man, complete. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Rashee Rice,
54 yards.
and the Chiefs just continue to roll.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun is Minshew. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. First and 10, Taylor now. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Looking to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now here's a screen play left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now this one to his, puts it on the carpet, it's out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there for KC. 74 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Here's Pacheco, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? That's will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll look to throw again.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
That one finds Pierce right side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
It's caught inside the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis.
Here's James returning.
Fighting through at the 25.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may beat up with this team again.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Two times.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Indy.